I just purchased Maxant 1400 honey extractor. This was purchased from Rossman Apiaries up in North Wilkesboro. I live about an hour from there, so it's pretty convenient to go pick it up and save me some on shipping. As you can see, I got a little helper here. He can't do a whole lot, he's just got the cloven hoof, but he's pretty smart. You can see here he's helping me figure out which wrench to use. I thought it might be metric, but it wasn't. And that's one reason I knew this was a good machine and wasn't made in China. Good American made quality.
Yeah, buddy, that's some good stuff.
Assembly was quite easy. I just bolted on 3 legs. Right in the middle of the process, Lamb Chop decided just to take a nap. It's hard to find good help.
Yeah, I took a good nap and I dreamed about honey.
So on each bolt, it included a flat hand lock washer. And there just wasn't enough thread. If they would have made the bolt a little bit longer, it would have made this a lot easier. And you can see I'm getting frustrated, and it took me at least 10 minutes to finally get this one bolt put on.
Oh, this thing feels really solid. Are we ready for honey?
So Lamb Chop thought he would try to go down here and turn this on. It's not as easy for him as it might be for everybody else, but I thought it was a pretty simple process and easy to complete. He's having a little trouble.
Help me! Help!
All stainless steel construction won't rust, bust, or collect dust. Well, I don't know about dust or bust, but we'll see. So there's a grease fitting on the bottom, you can't see it, and one on the top. So I'm gonna have to get some food grade grease to keep that nice and lubed. So one of the reasons I selected the Maxant was because of the simplicity. There's just a couple of pulleys and this really easy to obtain motor if anything ever happens. When looking online, they said that it included a honey gate, but obviously this one did not. So to get the basket going, all we have to do is turn the yellow knob clockwise, and you can see even a lamb can do it.
Yeah, I can do it. Hey kids, don't try this at home.
When I compared this to the Dadant basket, I really liked the clean lines at the bottom of the basket. I felt like there would be less honey and other things that could collect. Another reason I selected the Maxant was that it was an even number framed, and I felt like it would be much easier to balance out when compared to maybe a 9 frame. So I helped it out a little bit there to get it going, and you can see we're going for a ride. If you look at the basket, you can see that it's not spinning quite true, and this was a little bit disappointing. It did not have a seamless bottom. They used some kind of epoxy to seal the joint between the outside part of the cylinder. I guess we'll see if this lasts or not. I also like the fact that the honey gate was connected rather close to the bottom, ensuring that most of the honey would flow out.
Oh my goodness, get me out of here! Oh, what a ride! Oh my goodness, everything is spinning. Oh, circle, circle, circle.
So if you look in the corner, you'll see my old extractor. It's a hand crank. We've got everything ready, cleaned, sanitized. We've robbed the honeybees, and we're ready to start extracting now. We got a valve. We bought this from Lowe's since we were ready to get extracting. Needed something down there.
Why isn't there honey coming out? When's it coming?
So I really like these yellow uncapping forks. They do the job pretty good. I've tried a lot of other things. And we got Lamb Chop up there.
Hurry! Get it done! I want some honey!
So this first time I decided to harvest using deeps and shallows just to see what would happen. And I didn't bolt it down to the floor, so I had a few issues there that I corrected later on. I plan to put some angle bracing on the legs just to keep it from wobbling so much because it gets pretty wonky sometimes.
Hey, make it spin!
This first time I used it, I forgot to uncap one side of a frame, so that probably caused part of the problem. From time to time with my hand crank, the wax would be thrown out of the frame. With this new radial, it hasn't been a problem.
Oh no, I hate blowouts.
You can see that some trash accumulated from the belt, and you certainly wouldn't want that in your honey, and maybe that'll get better with time. So you can see the T I made out of 2x4s to mount the extractor to, and that really helped keep it from walking across the floor.
Oh, did you see Mr. T? He's really strong. He can come help lift the boxes. Yeah. Oh, that sure is a lot of honey. Oh, this is a sticky business.
So I'm about to get this deep frame uncapped, and it can be quite challenging getting it into the extractor sometimes, but I figured out a technique that worked really well. If you put it in perpendicular and then turn it, it works fairly nice until you get to the last one. I feel like a lot of people remove the stainless steel guard that's on top, and that may really make it easier to put the frames in, but then again, I don't want to cause a safety issue. Cleanup was really easy. I just let the bees collect all the honey excess and a quick rinse and ready for storage. This time I processed about 575 pounds of honey, and the Maxant did really well. I think it'll last a long time.
Oh, are the bees gone? I just don't want to get stung. Oh, so many bees.